And we're in the air. Dylan Bell from the 6-yard line heads to the 20, angles to the right to the 25, and a flag comes in late. He's out of bounds on the Vikings sideline at about the. Let's go down to Tatum Everett.
Well, in support of the growing girls flag football movement, you'll see Vikings.
JJ will go under center. The center is Michael Juergens. JJ McCarthy was 4 of 7 for 34 yards, ran once for a yard against the Giants. Straight eye behind JJ McCarthy, and he's going to go on a straight drop. Throw out to the right side, incomplete, looking for Miles Price. Rookie Max Bredesen motions to the backfield in front of fellow rookie Damon Claiborne. And we have flags. Alex Kemp's staff. Here's Alex.
False start.
Tackle Joe Huber, Michael Juergens, Vershawn Lee, and Ryan Vandemark plays right tackle. McCarthy, shotgun, throws left, pitch and catch. Ty Felton hit at the 13-yard line, out of bounds about right there. That'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and for JJ McCarthy, Ben, this is what we're talking about when he's a backup now. He's the number 2, but you had a penalty earlier. You get guys jumping off sides. It's his huddle. He has to command it, and he's got to get these guys going.
Yeah, it's interesting because last week, not a lot of things were his fault, the way the offense kind of fell apart, but he's at the helm, so he's going to take responsibility. Let's see if the operation is cleaner today.
Both teams won their first preseason game. McCarthy on a straight drop, throws right, caught near the first down marker, and Miles Price hauls in a first down on 3rd and 7. They got 8 yards, first down for the Minnesota Vikings. Quarter, Carson Wentz right around a quarter. Max Brosmer gets all or the majority of the second half. Jayshon Jones in motion to the right on first down. Handoff Damon Claiborne, and he runs into a host of Baltimore Ravens for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And to go back a play, when we talk about Miles Price and his attention to detail, that was a great route because he went past the sticks because he knows he has to come back for the football, but he went deeply enough that he could come back, make the catch in first down territory. So that's a veteran route by Miles Price.
And it was a good sign by McCarthy, too. When you look at the processing part of it, he starts the play, eyes and everything to the left of the offense. He scanned quickly all the way back to Price and delivered a strike.
Couple of tight ends left. Bartholomew outside of Jurasic, and it's a gun run to Damon Claiborne, and the Baltimore Ravens snipped it out and thrust him down to the turf.
I think DeLuca was just blitzing that A gap, and the double team, they just couldn't make the adjustment. So 2 runs, you're going backwards, you leave yourself in 3rd and long.
And McCarthy's going to go out of the shotgun. The team is 1 of 1 on 3rd down. Miles Price, who has the only Vikings touchdown reception this preseason, in motion left. It's a screen to Ty Felton. Miles Price blocking it up, doing the best he can, but Ty grinds his way to the 29-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7. They needed 13, and Johnny Hecker is into punt. The veteran Johnny Hecker, 15th year from Oregon State.
It is the preseason, Ben, but the penalties, the false starts, it's just a little sloppy to begin with, and that's the stuff that you're looking for because these 2s they're a snap away from being starters. They've got to be able to play well too.
The first gunners, Charles Demings and Zamaya Vaughn. And here's the punch. Wester fields it at the 21, and in front of his bench, gets to the 30, 35, bounces off a Viking, and grinds his way out of bounds at about the 40. 51-yard punt by Hecker, and a 20-yard return for 6 consecutive years. Handoff to the tailback up the middle for a couple of yards. And I mentioned this to Pete on the KFAM pregame show. I'm very curious to see what these Ravens do today because they didn't play any of their front liners in a 24-7 preseason win against Philadelphia. I mean, no Lamar Jackson, no Henry, Flowers, Roquan, Kyle Hamilton. They amassed 31 first downs to 6 for Philadelphia, ran 76 plays to 40. They had 440 yards of offense, and their 3 quarterbacks went 30 of 37 for 0 picks as Huntley is under pursuit by Ingram Dawkins. Flag comes in. Huntley, nicknamed Snoop, runs to the right side, out of bounds at about the 43. Our 3rd flag today will go against the Baltimore Ravens and nullify.
That's my guy. I got to stay on him.
Yeah, it was the late addition by the blitz from our secondary that really pulled him off. But again, credit to Ty Ingram Dawkins, who I think needs to have a big game today as well. A little slow last week as he's learning multiple positions.
2nd and 18, Huntley facing a blitz. He'll roll out to the right side, point at Ingram Dawkins, and then try to elude him. But some Vikings throw him down at about the 34-yard line. 23, James Pierre. This is our quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Tight end in motion to the left. 3rd and 16 for the Ravens. Scoreless first quarter. Huntley takes the snap. Straight drop. Bounces around. And gets away from a sack. Steps up. Pumps again. Snoop Huntley fires up the middle. He's taken down at the 38 for a run of 4. And for more on James Pierre, here's Tatum.
I had the chance to talk to James about his cousin Lamar Jackson and facing him in joint practices. He said they've been playing against each other their whole life. It's like breathing. But on day 2 of camp, Pierre did get the last word. He picked off Lamar. No trash talking, though. He said that they like to keep it professional. That's
outstanding. And the Vikings defense was very professional against that Ravens offense. Ryan Eckley, 6th-round rookie from Michigan State. He's going to punt it. Right-footed punt, high and short. Ty Felton runs up on it. Oh, he was impeded. That's going to be the 4th penalty of the game. Ty Felton did not have an opportunity to catch the ball. And that penalty, Vikings' first offensive possession. Damon Claiborne is the tailback. 2nd-year tight end Ben Urosic in motion to the left. Toss left to Claiborne following the blocking of said tight end. And a host of Ravens will gather him in after a gain of 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the nice thing is we got some positive yards there. It wasn't much, but after the last series,
we got a first down.
Yeah, but we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot, not only just on the kickoff return, but just not picking up a blitzing linebacker. It was positive yards. Hopefully we can get now into 3rd and manageable after this play.
McCarthy takes a high snap, gets away from a blitz. Ooh, a deep one to Ty Felton. Get up there, Ty. Yes! Brings it in at the 12, maybe the 11-yard line. McCarthy found the single coverage.
Back shoulder type of throw, not necessarily the same process, but drops the ball, hits him in the numbers. So that's great redemption right there for Ty Felton.
Pistol formation, McCarthy in front of Claiborne. McCarthy pumps twice, throws left flat, caught Claiborne, 10-5. And with a burst, gets down to the 2-yard line on 1st and goal. So it's 2nd and goal. And for more on Ty Felton, here's Tatum.
He has been working through contact, so a learning phase. He prepared this offseason going back to his alma mater, the University of Maryland. He trained with familiar names like Jordan Addison and former Maryland wide receiver and former Viking Stephon Diggs. He trained with them during his college days and takes his confidence and swag from that guy. 2nd
and goal from the 3. The aforementioned Felton to the right. McCarthy, straight drop. Eyes to the end zone. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete to Ty Felton. Ty started on the right side of the formation, game all the way at 3rd and goal for the Vikings from the 3. McCarthy's under center. Scoreless. Handoff Claiborne. Up the middle. Grinds after eluding a tackle. And it's a gain of 2. So it'll be 4th and goal. Now, Wes Phillips, the offensive coordinator, is calling the offense all game for the minutes was left. He's calling the offense all game. Inside linebackers coach Mike Saravo calls the first half defense. Defensive line coach Ryan Nielsen calls the first half. I'll make that the second half defense. Play clock's running down. We're at 10. It's 4th and goal for the Vikings. About 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we're scoreless. McCarthy, shotgun. Miles Price, short motion to the right. McCarthy looks that way. He throws it incomplete. Miles Price, it went right through his hands. JJ threw a fastball, but it still went right through his hands. And the Ravens have turned over the Vikings on downs. Scoreless from Minneapolis, first quarter. This is heels in the end zone after the Vikings win 6 plays, 62 yards at a 4th and goal. And McCarthy and Miles Price could not hook up for a touchdown. Jonathan Ward, the veteran, gets the call up the middle, and he's stopped by several Vikings after a gain of 2 yards. Jonathan Ward, 6th-year from Central. A couple of rookies, Tyler Batty and Ty Ingram Dawkins, stand up on the edge. Huntley nearly for a safety, and he threw the ball to the right side, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Ravens. A. Ward is in the game on the edge. Huntley's probably saw the Jackson Dart hit, so he picks up on it, throws over the middle, incomplete, and no flags. Davion Armstead between the hash marks.
Back to get hit, especially when he's in his own end zone.
Ackley, 9 yards deep in the end zone. Right-footed boomer. Ty Felton retreats, brings it in at the 37, far side, heads left, spins at the 40, gets away from a Raven. And the Vikings offense is set up with good field position. Part of that was a 50-yard connection from J.J. McCarthy to Ty Felton. Once again, McCarthy gets the first quarter-ish. Wentz after him up to halftime. And Max Brosmer the majority of the second half. That was the plan into the game. First down. Rookie Damon Claiborne left side, weaves his way outside the numbers to the 50 into Ravens territory for a gain of 3, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down. Damon Claiborne, 6th-round rookie from Wake Forest, spent all 4 years for the playing for the Demon Deacons. We bring that up because you get so many players who are like Holy Cross, Wake Forest touchdowns. As Pete mentioned earlier, just a couple of receiving touchdowns, and he ran 12 times for 34 yards last game at the Giants. McCarthy hit from behind, and he is sacked. Mike Green, 2nd-year outside linebacker from Marshall.
And then instead of pulling it down and running, he tried to stay in the pocket, and then got hit from behind.
3:55 and counting to go in the first quarter. 3rd down for the Vikings, 3rd and 14. McCarthy, 5-step drop, straight drop, over the middle, caught first down, Ravens territory at the 35-yard line. J.J. patiently waited.
You know, getting that ball delivered with accuracy, even though he was getting hit low.
All right, 3rd and 24 from the Vikings 35, scoreless. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. McCarthy, shotgun. It's a gun run. Claiborne, lickety split up the middle between the hash marks. Across the 50, hit at the 45, stopped at the 45. That's 10 yards for Damon Claiborne. Johnny Hecker, they get an opportunity, are the holds for field goals and extra points because he didn't hold at Georgia. He held 2 times last week from Reichert, and Will made both. Low snap, end over end punt, and it is brought in fair catch fashion at the 12-yard line. 43-yard punt and
defensive backroom. He's got to step up to leadership. We know what he can do on the field. A little bit of a Swiss Army knife. So excited for him this season.
Huntley 0 of 2. He's fast. Eludes pressure. Runs to the left side. Gets to the 15. Jake Golday, Cincinnati rookie, throws him out of bounds after a gain of 5. For that is very key, and Metellus is doing a good job. Toss right. Dominic Orange, Big Citrus. Big Citrus throws the tailback down.
Harrison Smith was so productive, not because of his height, weight, and speed and those skills. It was because of his mental abilities. That's where Metellus needs to get.
Low snap. Ravens 0-2 on 3rd down. Huntley facing a blitz. Throws to the right side. Incomplete. He was looking for talented 3rd-round USC rookie Jacoby Lane, who had a touchdown against the Eagles last game. But
credit to Chuck Demings on that play. He's really, really physical and good at the press corner when he's rolled up on the wide receiver. And because of physicality on that timing throw, he just threw everything off. The timing wasn't there, and the ball was inaccurate.
Trayvon Rudolph heels on the 24. He wiggles to the left. That was nice. Now he sprints out to the right. Gets to the 40. By the sideline. Shoved out of bounds at the 46. It is a 21-yard. Yards per attempt is 10.1. Scoreless. Handoff to Damon Claiborne. Up the middle. Hit hard at the 46. Falls ahead.
And it haunted him a little bit in college. And he's going to have to figure that out. Now, in talking to Robert Smith and Leroy Horde during the week, it's a technique bit. It's a technique thing, and he has to just perfect that and hold on to the football.
He had 10 fumbles and lost 7 of them at Wake Forest. Fastball right through the hands of Miles Price, so they got shut down at the 1. Jayshon Jones in motion to the left. 2 receivers left. McCarthy, shotgun, 4-man rush. Straight drop, looks left, looks right. Throws it left to Jayshon Jones, went through his hands.